Right, what is happening, everyone? It's that time again. It is story time. Let's just get straight into it because there's a lot to go through, right? I'm out on a party, yeah, and there's these lads in this party. They're just being bellends, you know what I mean? And one of them's got a blade on him because here's how I know, because he's sitting at the table. Like where the party was, there's like it was like a sort of studio apartment thing, do you know what I mean? So there's like couches, and then there's the kitchen already in the living room. So you know what a studio apartment is, don't you? So I'm sitting on the couches, and where the kitchen is, my mate's doing a stripe in the kitchen on like the unit, and there's like a dining table, a little dining table like on the other side. So these two lads are sitting at the dining table, and one's got a blade out, like picking his nails with it. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know whether he's trying to show us he's got a blade or whatever. But lads, you just had in a party. You're killing me vibes. Lads sitting there with a blade out and all that. So these two fellas come in, and these two fellas, they're a little bit older, but the proper sounds are like, you know, like when you meet like older fellas, and you just got instant respect for them because you can tell they've done things, and you know what I mean. They just deserve it straight away, right? So these two bellends, one of them's clashed with one of them, but not clashed to the point where they're fighting. Just where little snarly, funny remarks and that. I could tell that the older fellas, they would have absolutely just ripped them apart. There's just no way you should have seen. They were big fellas, experience, you know, just like these lads who were sitting at the table. They just seem to be bellends, mate. Just like bellends now. I know size means none, but they were just skinny bellends, you know what I mean? Who you wouldn't really. I was thinking a few times he should have slapped him there, but then I'm thinking, I don't even reckon he'd lower his rep to slap him, even with the blade. The two fellas would have wasted them, do you know what I mean? You could just tell they were on it. And the two fellas, they weren't really fazed by nothing he was saying. He was like laughing at them, as if to say, shut up, you muppet. I ended up getting along with these fellas, having a stripe with them in the kitchen part. The fella says, right, we're gonna get off, we're getting off and all that. I think it was the 6th floor or the 5th floor we were on, I can't really quite remember, but we had a lot of stairs to go down, because the lift took ages, only 2 lifts, and they just took ages. They goes downstairs, and then I'm like, yeah, this party's killed. So I said to me, yeah, come on, let's go then. So he's like, Sam, as we're getting off and we're getting our coats and all that, these two lads have gone downstairs. I don't know what they were doing or even where they were going. I just didn't know didn't even question my mind, to be fair. We hadn't had no beef with them, so they're not going to, it's not to do with us, do you know what I mean? Not like that. So I was walking down the stairs, door, and he goes, lad, I've got a joint that I built before in my pocket. I said, give us a look. I said, yeah. I said, go ahead, please. As he pulls it out, it looked like the letter U. You know, it just being proper bent over it. So I'm like, straighten out. I said, gives that. So I'm like, you know, like with your fingers trying to straighten out, all shit falling out the end because he hasn't tied the bottom properly. I'm like, lad, that's a bad joint, that. So by the time I straightened it all out, there's like a gap from where you'd light it normally. So as I've lit it, it's like burnt the paper. I'm like, lad, do you know what I mean? So it's just like one of them funny things. So as you get down, we hear this arguing, not like arguing, but you can hear these fellas just like half leathering, not fighting or arguing loud, like just leathering these two kids. So I went, no way. I said, them 2 kids must have come down here with them. And he's going, yeah, you reckon it's going off? I said, I don't know. I said, probably, lad. I said, they'll fucking waste them. He's like, yeah, defo, lad. I said, yeah, come on, get down. So as he goes down the stairs, the 2 lads are standing there. One's standing where the door, holding the door open, and the other one's standing there. But the other one has a blade, remember? We know he's got a blade because he's been flashing it all night. And he's got his hands down his kecks as if he's got hold of the blade. And he's argued these 2 fellas. So as we've come down the stairs, because it's dark outside, the light was on in the landing. So as we've come down, I've looked, and the fella, as we got down to where I can see the fella's face, we've made eye contact. So I've like nodded at him as if to say, we just put him out for you. And he's looking at me and he starts laughing. So as he's not laughing, he just smiles. He's giving me this smile. So as I walk down, I've just gone bang and just like proper rat game, but I'm not asked to, he deserves it, and just stole it on this kid who had the blade, because he had the blade. The other one's being like, lad, I'm like, what? And he's just been like, well, flapped and all that. So we've got off, right? This kid's just picking his kite up off the floor. He hasn't even pulled the blade out. Just doesn't want nothing to do with it. Because he knows if he does, then all of us will just waste a pair of them. So my mate's just like, lad, that's hilarious. I'm like, yeah, lad, I said, yeah, it's the joint. He's going to me, lad, that's funny. So I'm just like, I just put the joint in my mouth, put him out, and then just like carried on smoking the joint, you know what I mean? So he gets off and all that. So these 2 fellas said to us, do you want to come to a party? I'm like, yeah, where? He went, only in ours, lads. I said, who's going to be there? He's like, just us. So, because it was him and his best mate, they were proper sound, right? And I was with my mate. So he said, yeah, come on then. So we ended up getting a taxi and go to this party. Now, when we're in the party, in his proper best vibes ever, Ken was a beast. Just, he has all kinds. He was like proper fellas who'd smashed it. You could tell they were active, do you know what I mean? Proper boss Ken. Now, we was only younger, so to me, it was impressive. I was like, yeah, this is a sick pad, this, lad, you know what I mean? Proper sick pad, this. And he had all cars outside. But at the time, I was into ringers, right? And I had the car of all cars, right? Listen to this. I had the car of all cars. And you know what? I'm going to tell you what it was in a minute. I'm going to actually stop the story just to give this car some credit when I get into it. So we're talking. I said, what do you do? He said, we do blags, lad. I said, yeah. I said, what aren't blags? He's like, yeah. I said, what on? He said, just anything commercial, lad. He said, are you into it? I said, no. I said, I've never done one before, lad, which I hadn't. You know what I mean? I was like, I went brand new out the rapper, but I hadn't got into nothing like that yet. You know what I mean? I'd never done it before, but doesn't mean I won't do it. Doesn't mean I'm not up for it. So he says to me, mate, are you game? My mate's like, no, I'm not up for that, you know. I'm like, do you know what? I said, I am, lad. He's like, 100%. I said, yeah. I said, I'm up for it, lad. He said, all right. He said, well, because we were talking, we ended up not like throwing names in, but we ended up talking to people about you, you know, and oh, that, you know, this, because I knew people who were his age, like the older generation. So he's like, mate, I know him. I said, yeah. I said, yeah. I said, well, lad, I said, if you need to speak to him, I said, you can speak to him on proper sounds. He's going, I don't need to speak to him, lad. I can tell by the way you're talking that you know him and all that. I'm like, not that like, these are like, oh, do you know what I mean? Just conversation off your bar in the kitchen in a party with these fellas who you know sounds. He says to me, all right. He said, well, we're not going to talk about it now because everyone's had a stripe and all that. Do you want to come for a scran tomorrow? I'm like, yeah, go on, sounds. In the meanwhile, in the morning, they phoned the lad who I know, and the lad who I know has said to them, lad, he's a driver, him, you know, he's a good driver, him. Do you know what I mean? Because I was good at driving. I was into stingers. I was into stolies. So getting the stolies from where they were to then where they rested to get plated. I've took chase millions of times. You know, not millions of times, but you know what I mean. I've took chase quite a lot of experience at taking chase. So I'm like, yeah, sign. So I'm like, all right. He phones me up, comes and gets me. We go for a scan. Talks and all that. He said, I said, what is it? He said, well, what it is, mate. He said, one of our mates, he's our good mate. He's got a job. He's been working as a security guard in this commercial place. I'm not going to tell you what it is because it'll just blow the game up because it's unsolved. I'm going to have to keep some details and information back, you know what I mean? Obviously, for obvious reasons. I know you understand that because if you don't, then you're on the wrong channel. So it says, yeah, so we're having a scran and all that sound. Scran's on them and all that. Not that it matters, but it was just a gesture, just like, I just felt like comfortable around him. I felt like these are Siamese, you know what I mean? Not like, you know, they've got no ego. You can tell they've smashed it. They've got dope everywhere. They're absolutely flying. So I was thinking, you know what? I want a bit of that. So I was doing some ringers at the time, like I've just said to you. So he says, well, here's what it is. My mate's a security guard. He's been working this place for like 8 months. So we've been sitting the place. He's been like clocking everything and he's been sitting the place off. But he's had to work there for a bit before we can do anything. So it doesn't bring him bang on yet, obviously. I said, sound. I said, what? Everything sorted. He went, everything sorted, mate. He said, the cameras in there are grade B. They've got no audio and I know where they are. He said, the only problem is we need to take the hinges off the safe with a whizzer, this like whizzer thing, but he already had all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, sound. He said, we're going to need a car off you, lad. I said, lad, I have got a car of all cars. This is the ride of all rides. And he's going to me, is it done? I said, yeah, but this car was special to me because it took me months and months and months to get it plated. It was just that rare of a car. And you know what car it was? It was an E39, yeah, 540i. It's like, it's an M5's little brother, right? But this car was that rare. There was only about, I think something like 1,500 of them ever made, do you know what I mean? So they were rarer than an M5, and I was just like, but it took me ages to get it plated, so I had it stashed in a lockup where it was just sound. The lockup was sound, it had no tracking on it, it was sound, right, proper sound. I'd been just keeping it for a rainy day, so what we got, it been plated recently about a month ago, but I didn't really want to drive it round in case it got stuck, because you're taking chasing it, right? The car, I maxed the car out as fast as I could get it at about 150, 160, right? And it got there quick. And I was like, whoa! That's a beast, yeah. It was like that, you know, the noise out of it, ba 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 ba, flying, right? I was like, no way. It was one of them cars where you just looked at it and thought, that is heavy, right? Proper heavy. So I've got a 540i stashed, right? And I mean stashed for a rainy day. Well, guess what? The rainy day is coming. We arranged it all, we sorted it all out and that. He says, I said, what are you bringing? Like pieces and that? He went, well, yeah, it's an arm black. I said, but isn't it your mate who's got it, who's the security guard? He's like, yeah. So I said, yeah. I said, I've got a rep. He's like, have you, lad? Yeah. I said, yeah. Now, when I say a rep, I don't mean a rep. What I mean is, do you remember them Titan air pistols, the gas guns? I had one of them, but it never even had no gas in it. Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh. So I thought, fuck it, mate, it is what it is. I said, go ahead. I said, yeah. I said, I'm running with it. He's like, yeah. He goes, well, you're game, you lad. I said, yeah, well, I'm game because I know how to set up and I know it's an air pistol. So, yeah, I am game. But if you start to pass me a fucking live one, ready to roll, in a situation where no one was in on it, then I probably wouldn't have been game at the time. Do you know what I mean? I'd have been like, yeah, I'll just follow you. I'll just wait in the car. Do you know what I mean? Something like that. I'm not going to blag it. I would have done that because I don't think I was up for that quick when at the time. Do you know what I mean? So I'm thinking, yeah, so I'm just, in my head, I'm thinking, I said, how much is it, mate? He said, well, it's a minimum of a quarter, a minimum, but it could be over half. And I'm just like, yeah, no way. I'm like, yeah, so there's only 3 of us, yeah. So my mate who got invited, he didn't want nothing to do with it, but obviously he hasn't said a word, he said. So it's me and these 2 fellas who've just met. So I'm thinking, do you reckon they'll bump me? You know what I mean? Because I thought, I can't be asked doing that. And then just get rolls. So I've phoned me mates who they know, and they've just been like, no, lads, no, he wouldn't dream of doing that. They are 100%. He went, this is what they do. He said, lads, they've never bumped anyone or I'd know about it. And he's going to be, lads, I promise you now. And the fella who I knew, he was like, I'm not saying he was harder than he'd waste him, but he was above them in the scheme of things, you know what I mean? So they wouldn't have done that anyway. So I'm like, lads, 100%. He's like, lads, 100%. He went, lads, it'll be a good experience for you. I'm thinking, yeah, it is right. Now, this guard's there, mate, you've got to remember that. So I'm like, yeah, so I'm all like hyped, the day's coming, I'm all hyped and that. So I've jumped in the beast, yeah. So I'm just flying, goes and gets them in the C39, right? And we had a sat-nav at the time, but it weren't like a fucking tom-tom. It was like one of them proper, like, Garmin movies or something like that, so it jams now and again, you know what I mean? And that plays a part of it later on, but fucking hell, wait till you get this. So we get to rounds where we've been told everything what to do, right? That the security guard, he's been sitting there for about 8 months, just like planning it every day in his head. He knew what was happening, so he's put us on it. When you first come in, there's a back exit door. Now the back exit door, there was an alarm on it, you know, like when they have them like little red tags, and then if you break the tag and then the alarm goes off. Well, that didn't work. That's what gave him the idea in the first place, because they never ever got it fixed. He went, lad, he said, that's been broke since I started here 8 months ago. Yeah, so what you could do is, of a daytime, before they put the main locks on, you could, not the daytime, you know, like before it's shut, you could use a flathead screwy and just prise it, you know, just to wait for it to open it. It was like there was no latch on it. So I'm thinking, that's mad, that. So the cameras are grade B, they've got absolutely no audio on them like that. So the lads are saying to me, I said, yeah, I'll run in with the thing. So like, so we're in the car, flying there, get to where we're going, bally's up and all that. I said, yeah, I'll get on this. Mate, as I've pulled this thing out, this Titan air pistol, the kids have just burst out laughing. Not laughing at me, laughing with me, because I started laughing as I pulled it out. I went, lad, it hasn't even got no gas in it. They're just like, oh, lad, that's hilarious. These are like, lad, you're fucked you. But I've been having a laugh all the way there, like a little kid, you know what I mean? Like when you very first go to jail, and you're just like, yeah, having a buzz with everyone. It was just kind of like that. It felt like that to me. And the sound, they're just like, you're off your fucking rocker, you lad. And I'm like, lad, but to me, it wasn't real. It's not real because it's a setup. It's not real. There was no risk as far as I could see. It's been planned. These are experienced. I've got the sickest car ever. I'm a decent driver. Lad, it's going to be quite hard to catch me in that, mate. I'm telling you now, it's going to be hard to catch me in that, especially if we've just done what we've done. So everything was exactly how the security guard had said it. And I mean, to the T of where every camera was on the way in, right? And I'm like, no way. Now, what it was the camera room was in the same room as the safe, in the same room where he was. So we got told that the safe only opens at a certain time when like the security call van comes. So it was all like precise. That's what we got told. So the lads who I'm with, they had this like mini wizard thing to take the hinges off because it was one of them safes. Well, it must have just been like a little grade D safe, not just a little temporary hold. So you could take the door and just fall off. That's what I was told. That's what we were understanding of. So I'm thinking, yeah, so I'm all hyped and I'm all hyped. So we've just kept it. So I've just went bang, opened the door with the screwdriver, looks, and as I've looked, everything was exactly where it was. So as we've ran down this corridor, there's like lights on, but they're only on dim. So I've jumped up, smacked the CCTV, turned it round against the thing like that, just anyway. I don't know why I didn't need to, but I just did anyway. So we've gone in. As we've gone in, this security guard's sitting on a chair in the room where the safe is. Now, I've been told not to do nothing to him because he's our mate and all that. So I've been like, sound. So I've run in, right? And I don't know what. I've run in and I've just said something stupid like, put your hands up, do you know what I mean? And the security guard burst out laughing at me. So I've just gone, fuck off, and just put him out. What? It was reaction. What do you want from me? Like, Dave just looked at me. I've just looked at them, but obviously you're on camera, so I've just been like, what? So they've pulled this wizard out. As they've gone over to the safe, the fucking door was already open. It wasn't even locked. They've just opened the door, got all the dough, stepped over the mate, and we've all just bailed, right? And I'm thinking, no way, that was sick. Gets back in the car, gets off. So we're in this fucking beastie 39, right? And they're going to me, lad, when we get back to the pool, you're going to have to burn the car out. I'm like, you fucking mess now, you're like, burn your ma's car out. You're not burning this car out. This has took me months. I'm keeping this car. They're like, what? I'm like, lad, I'm keeping this car. And no sooner, as I said, I'm keeping this car as we're on the motorway, there's busies on a bridge, right? You know, like a bridge where like it's like where you cross over the motorway, but it's like a car bridge, like a car lane. There's busies on there, and I knew I was going well too fast. I knew it because the adrenaline was going, and I just should have slowed down ages ago, but I never. I was just flying. Do you know what I mean? Next thing, you just see these blue lights come behind us, right? And I've just been like, yeah, see you later, and I'm not messing. I have just gone, ba 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 ba, fuck off. The honest to God. The blue lights on a busy car, right? It just turns into a fairy light in less than 10 seconds, yeah. Less than 10 seconds, they were just gone, out of sight. So I thought, fuck that. So I've jumped off the motorway, being like, lads, change the route on the car, because it didn't do it automatically. You had to go back, put it back in manually, and then do all that. So we're driving around for a little minute while this kid next to me is trying to sort it out. And it's jamming, the fucking sat-nav's jamming. I'm like, oh, no way. Not like just say, go round and round. I'm not, there's no roundabout there, lads, what are you on about? So I'm trying to catch up. He's like, lad, pull over, calm down, let it catch up. I'm like, I'm not stopping. I am not stopping for no one. So what happened is, luckily, I had these shit to make that way or that way, and I chose that way. So as we're flying down there, I seen a sign saying towards Liverpool, do you know what I mean? I was like, we're on the right route, defo. Next thing, the sign just kicked in, boom, sign, see you later, gets off, gets home, and that. I goes and puts the car back where I got it from. Now, this car, you might think this car's hot, you need to get rid of it, but the car's not wanted for that. The car's got nothing to do with that. The car's only wanted for taking chase for 10 seconds, do you know what I mean? So, did they even have the reg? Probably not, to be honest, because soon as seen the business, turned the lights off anyway. So, unless he sat there with a camera or whatever, which I don't think he did, but never heard nothing back off it, so they mustn't have. Then, what lad, I'm keeping the car. So the car goes back, and look, we had another car around there, takes everything off, goes back, and burns all the shit we had just in case, you know what I mean? Even though there was no reason to. Could have wore that bally every day as a Benny hat every day after no one would have ever known, do you know what I mean? Gets back. So he goes back to this lad, yeah, opens the bag. Oh my God. Life changing. We're laughing about me putting them out, right? Because he was going, Dad, these are mate. And I'm like, yeah, it sounds. I said, but you know, you have to make it look real. He's going, what did he say to you? I said, he just said something like proper cheeky, as if to say, like, as if I'm getting robbed by, as if I get robbed by him in real life. So I just reacted, lad. And he's going, we fucking hell. He said, lad, he was out there, weren't he? He said, yeah. I said, he'd be all right, though. I said, you know, look sound for the camera. And he was like, oh my God. So they were laughing about it. Not like laughing at the mate getting put out, just laughing at like how cheeky it was, do you know what I mean? But I swear it was just reaction, mate, just bang, you cheeky country, just banging you talking to, do you know what I mean? And what happens is, when it's all the dust cells and all that, I get a phone call off the lad, and they're like, oh, lad, I said, what? He went, you've damaged his teeth, you knocked one of his teeth out, he's got to get dentures and that, so, not dentures, he's got to get his teeth done. He said, so he's looking 10 grand off, you know. I was like, what? I had to give the kid 10 grand for his teeth because I put him out. Fair though, do you know what I mean? I got told not to hit him, but, you know, don't underestimate people. That's the moral of that story anyway. So that was Failsafe, right? That was Failsafe, the arm black. Right, anyway, big shout to everyone on the channel. The stats from the last video have absolutely blew me mind. What the hell, can't believe what I've seen there. We've got loads of new subscribers just from all over the place. The gaff is lit, and I mean lit. Everyone's flying, everyone's happy vibes. We are flying, right? There's just too many people to even try and do shout outs, so I'm just going to put it all into one. Big shout out to every single person on the whole channel and their mates too, yeah? Big shout to absolutely everyone. Nice one for standing on with me. Nice one for getting involved. Let's get it going. Let's get it flying. Scout Stories, we are flying.